Good morning, students. Continuation of Unit 3 Accountancy, page number 79 in your textbook. Now, this type of problems is very important from exam point of view. Okay, for 3 marks they may ask. That is, they may give the narration only and they will ask you to write the entries and the amount. Sometimes they may give the entry and they will ask you to fill up the narration. Okay. Now, first one, goods purchased for cash. So what are the accounts involved? Purchase and cash. Okay. So here goods are purchased. Goods are coming in. So the entry will be purchase account debtor. Cash is going out to cash account. Amount is 20,000. Okay. Purchase account debtor to cash account 20,000. Now the second entry, received 18,800 from Neha in full settlement of the dues 19,000. Actually you should receive 19,000 from Neha, but you are receiving only 18,800. That means what is coming in? Cash. How much? 18,800 you are receiving cash. Okay. Actually how much you should receive? 19,000. That means the difference of 200 is the discount allowed. It is a loss for you. Okay. So debit all expenses and losses. So you will write discount allowed account. Okay. So the entry will be cash account debtor 18,800. Discount allowed account 200 to Neha's account 19,000. Okay. Next. Cash to Shyam's capital is given 3 lakhs. So what will be the narration? Shyam is starting the business with the cash. He is bringing in cash as the capital. So you can write like this. Shyam started business with cash. Okay. So you should write only the narration. Next one, bank to cash. Bank is debited. That means debit the receiver. Bank is receiving the money. And cash is going out of the business. Okay. So what is the entry here? Cash paid into the bank. So you have to write the narration. Cash paid into the bank. Okay. Now this two problems you just make a note in your textbook itself. Okay. Discounting of bill. I'll just explain you with an example. Suppose A is a seller. Okay. He is selling the goods to B on credit. So B is the buyer. Say for example, A is selling to B goods worth rupees 50,000 on credit on 1st October. And B promises to pay the amount after 1 month. That is 1st November. Okay. In this case, A will send a bill to B. Okay. He will send the bill to B. Now B will write the word accepted on the bill and he will send the bill back to A. It is just for the confirmation of the sales. Okay. B makes a promise to pay the bill after 1 month. So he writes a word accepted on the bill and he sends the bill back to A. Okay. But if A needs the money immediately, it is very urgent for A. He needs the fund immediately. Then A will approach his banker. A will approach his banker. The banker will discount the bill. Discount the bill and give the money to A. Okay, say for example 50,000 bill, the bank may discount and give rupees 48,000 to A, and 2,000 the money is a benefit for the banker. Okay, now on the due date on 1st November, the bank will collect the money from the buyer. If suppose on 1st November the buyer do not pay the banker, that means it is a dishonor of bill. Honor of bill. Okay, the bill is dishonored. We'll say the bill is dishonored. If the buyer does not make the payment on the due date to the banker, that means it is a dishonor of bill. Okay. Exercise 15. From the following transactions of Shyam, a stationery dealer, past journal entries for the month of August 2017. So you will start the problem in the books of Shyam, journal entries for the month of August 2017. Okay. Now first transaction is commenced business with cash 4 lakh and goods 5 lakh. So what is he bringing as capital? Cash and stock. Okay. So what is the entry? Cash account debtor, stock account debtor to capital, Shyam's capital account. Okay. So cash you will write 4 lakh. Goods, the stock will be 5 lakh. And total to Shyam's capital will be 9 lakhs. Okay. Next entry. Goods sold to A and money received through RTGS. That means what are the accounts involved? Sales and through RTGS. That means bank. When you sell the goods, you receive the money. Okay, so debit the receiver. Who's the receiver here? The bank. Okay, so debit the receiver. And sales is always a credit. Okay, credit all incomes and gains. Now what is the entry? Bank account debtor to sales account. Okay. Next transaction. Goods sold to Z on credit for 20,000. You are selling the goods to Z on credit. Okay. So that means what are the two accounts involved? Z account and sales account. Sales is a credit. Z is a personal account. Debit the receiver. Who's receiving the goods? Z. So you debit Z's account. The entry will be Z account debtor to sales account. Amount is 20,000. Okay. Next transaction. Bills drawn on Z and accepted by him 20,000. See the transaction dated 3rd. The goods are sold to Z on credit for 20,000. Okay, that means Shyam has sold the goods on credit to Z for 20,000. Okay, now he is sending a bill to Z for 20,000 and bill is accepted by Z. Okay, when the bill is accepted, for Shyam it is bills receivable. He has to receive the bill on a future date from Z. So it is bills receivable. Bills receivable is an asset. All the assets you give a debit entry. So the entry will be bills receivable account debtor to Z's account. Okay. Why Z's account? Because in the previous entry dated 3rd, you have given a debit for Z's account. Z's account to sales. Okay. Now this you have to credit Z's account. Okay. Next. Bills received from Z is discounted with the banker. Okay. Now this is a bills discounted process I explained you before, isn't it? So bills received from Z is discounted with the banker. Means Shyam has sold the goods on 3rd for 20,000 to Z. Then he has sent the bill to Z on 5th and Z has accepted the bill and have sent the bill back to S.
Now S on the 8th, he is discounting with his banker. Okay, and the banker is giving him only 19,000. That means 1,000 rupees the bank has taken. Okay, now for that the entry will be how much Sham is receiving now from the bank. He is receiving 19,000. Okay, so you will write bank account debtor 19,000 he is getting. Okay, then to bills receivable account you will credit. Okay, because already you have given a debit for bills receivable 20,000. Now you have to close that account. So bills receivable is actually 20,000. So the remaining 1,000 is your discount. Discount allowed. Discount allowed. Okay, it is a loss for you, isn't it? You should receive 20,000, but you have discounted with the banker. The banker takes 1,000 rupees and gives 19,000. So it is a loss for you. So you will write to discount allowed 1,000 rupees. Okay, hope it is clear. I repeat, write the 3 entries first. On 3rd, the entry will was Z's account to sales. How much? 20,000. Okay. And on 5th, the entry was bills receivable to Z's account. How much? 20,000. Okay. And on 8th, the entry is bank 19,000, discount allowed 1,000 rupees to bills receivable 20,000. Okay. Now see here, bills receivable 20,000 and bills receivable, one debit and one credit gets cancelled. Again, Z's account, one debit and one credit gets cancelled. Okay. So now what is left? Bank account debtor, discount allowed account debtor to sales, isn't it? So these two are debits and this is a credit. Okay. So when you make a sale, finally what happens? You receive cash and the sales account is credited. Okay. After the credit period is over, the credit transaction becomes a cash transaction. Now see here also, it has become a cash transaction. Like when you make a sale in cash, what happens? What will be the entry? Cash to sales. So same way here also, when all the credit transaction is over, it becomes a cash transaction. Bank account debtor to sales account. But you have a discount allowed of 1,000 rupees here. Okay. Now, next one, goods sold to M on credit. What will be the entry? What are the two accounts involved? Sales account and M's account. Okay. So debit the receiver. Who's receiving? M. So debit the receiver and sales is always a credit. So M's account debtor to sales account. Okay. Next one, goods distributed as free samples for 2,000. Now giving goods for free samples is a promotion activity, sales promotional activity. So it is a loss to the company, loss to Shah. So you will write sales promotion account debtor to purchases. Purchases are goods here. No, it is treated as goods. Okay. So what happens? It is a real account. Goods means asset. Asset is a real account. So credit what goes out. So purchase, the goods is going out. So credit the purchase account. So sales from promotion account debtor to purchase account will be the entry. Next one is goods taken for office use. Office use, you are taking the goods. So that means it is treated as office expenses. Office expenses is a loss. Okay, it is an expenses. So debit all expenses. It's not a loss. It is an expenses. So debit all expenses and losses. So office expenses account debtor to, you are taking the goods. That means out of the purchase only you are taking it. So to purchases, you credit purchase account. Okay. Next one is M became insolvent and only 80 pice per rupee is received in final settlement. So how much actually he has to receive goods sold to M? So Sham has to receive 12,000 from M, but only 80 pice in a rupee is received in final settlement. That means what? Into 80 by 100. Okay. 9,600 only he is receiving by cash. Okay. Now, actually he should receive 12,000. So, 12,000 minus 9,600. The remaining 1,400 is treated as bad debts. That means you are not going to recover this 1,400 from M. Okay. So, the entry will be cash account debtor. What is coming in? Cash. So, cash account debtor, how much? 12,000 into 80 by 100. 9,600. To M's account. How much actually you should receive? 12,000. The remaining balance of 1,400 is treated as bad debts. Bad debt is a loss, so you debit all expenses and losses. You give a debit for bad debts. Okay. Next one, bill of Z discounted with the bank is dishonored. Okay. So, the above example I told you, Sham has sold the goods to Z for 20,000. Then Sham has sent a bill to Z. Z has accepted the bill. Okay. Now, and has sent the bill back to Sham. Now, Sham discounts his bill with the banker. Banker on the due date, he tries to collect the bill from Z, but Z dishonored, the check is dishonored. Okay. The bill is dishonored. So, what will be the entry? Okay. The entry will be when you receive the bill from Z, what will be the entry? Cash account, bank account debtor to credit the giver, Z account. Okay. This is the entry when you receive the amount from Z. But if the check is dishonored, it will be a reverse entry. Okay. Z's account debtor to bank. Okay. Now take down the solution for exercise 15. Exercise 16. Mary is a cement dealer having business for more than 5 years. Past journal entries in her books for the period of March 2018. First transaction, cement bags bought on credit from Sibi. So, cement bags is the goods. Okay, it is the goods. So, that means what? Stock. So, what are the two accounts involved? Purchase account and Sibi's account. Okay. So, debit the purchases and Sibi is the credit the giver. So, credit Sibi's account. The entry will be purchase account debtor to Sibi's account. Okay. Next one. Electricity charges paid through net banking. You are paying the electricity charges. Electricity charges is an expenses. So debit all expenses and losses. Through net banking. So the money is going through the bank. Okay. So the entry will be electricity charges account debtor to bank. Credit the giver. Okay. Next transaction. Return goods bought from SEBI. See the previous transaction here. Cement bags bought on credit from SEBI. Okay. Now you are returning the goods bought from SEBI for 5,000. That means it is a purchase returns. You have purchased from SEBI for 20,000, but 5,000 worth goods you are returning back to SEBI. So it is a purchase returns. So purchase returns, purchase is always a debit, purchase returns is always a credit. Debit the receiver. Who is receiving the goods? SEBI. So SEBI's account debtor to purchase returns. Okay. Purchase returns is treated as real. It is the stock is going out. So it is treated as real account. So credit what goes out. The goods are going out. Okay. So credit what goes out. Purchase returns. Next transaction. Cement bags taken for personal use. Okay. So what will be the entry? Personal use means it is a drawings. So drawings account debtor to purchases. Cement bags means stock. Stock means out of the purchase only it is going, isn't it? So to purchases. Next one. Advertisement expenses paid. Advertisement expenses. It is an expense. So debit all expenses and losses. So advertisement expenses account debtor to cash. Cash is going out when you make the payment. Okay. Next one. Sold goods to Manu. Debit the receiver. Who is receiving? Manu. So Manu's account debtor to sales account. Okay. Goods returned by Manu. See here, you have sold the goods to Manu. Now Manu is returning the goods back to you. That means it is a sales returns. Sales returns means the goods are coming in. Debit what comes in. So you debit the sales returns account. Sales returns is a real account. Debit what comes in. Sales returns account debtor to credit the giver. Who is giving? Manu is giving the goods. So, sales returns account debtor to Manu's account. Next one, payment received from Manu through NEFT. That means what? Through bank. Okay. So, you are receiving the money in the bank. Okay. So, you debit bank and credit Manu's account. Credit the giver, Manu. So, bank account debtor to Manu's account. Okay. Debit the receiver. The bank is a receiver here. And who is the giver? Manu. Credit the giver. Okay. Now, take down the solution for exercise 16.